Hi everybody. It's Sunday, the last day of week 1. I wanted to touch base with you as we wrap things up for week 1 and get started on week 2. First, you know that the discussion response posts are all due tonight at midnight I should say. So if you've not got those done, be sure to get those turned in today. It looks like most people have got everything done or close to having everything done, so that's great. The discussions have looked really good. I've watched and read over them as they came in, and I'll actually get them graded and some feedback to you. Probably get started on that later today or tomorrow. But great job. I will say, as far as the first question, the discussion board over the issue of slavery, that's where everybody really offered some varying comments, and that's fine. I just will throw this out there. People talked about money, culture, politics, the economy, industry, agriculture, all these things that led up to the Civil War. Keep in mind, as Potter said, and as you'll hear me say throughout this semester, that each of those had an underlying theme, and that underlying theme was slavery. So, with that said, let's talk about week 2. You'll get started on that tomorrow by opening the week 2 module just like you did with week 1. Follow the assignment instructions. Hopefully they're pretty straightforward. If they're not, let me know. The one thing I will point out that's different for week 2 is that we have no discussion due in week 2, but we do have the first of our journal entries due, and that'll be due next Sunday. But go into the files tab and make sure you understand the expectations for the journal entry. You'll also find instructions in the module when you get to that assignment. I really look forward to and enjoy this project. I think it's a great opportunity for you to get outside of your comfort zone and understand what antebellum Americans were thinking about, feeling, what they were going through, what they were basing their decisions on as we argue over slavery's existence and we move towards war. There's an article in the module this week about the idea of presentism, and as you get into your project, I want you to think about presentism and what it means to us. We like to apply our 21st century sense of morals or our ideas of right and wrong on historical actors. For this journal project, I want you to avoid that whenever possible. And I know that can be uncomfortable, and I expect there to be times when you're uncomfortable. It's so easy for us to say, well, slavery was accepted in the 1840s, 50s, the time period we're discussing, but I would never do that. If I had lived then, I would not have taken part in that, or I would not have supported it, or I would not have had the racist attitudes that many antebellum Americans had. And I would argue that you probably would. And that's what this project is meant to do, is remove us from the 21st century and put us in a study of people living in the 19th century. We don't want to learn what happened based on the decisions we would make. We want to learn what happened based on the decisions they made and why they made them. So think about those things as you read that article on presentism and as you get started on your journal. Be sure to create your character. I encourage you to create a character maybe that's a little outside your comfort zone. Think about being a Southern slave owner. What would they have thought? I know everybody's tendency would be, I want to be an abolitionist. Well, for some of you that may be okay, but for others, let's move beyond that, because most people were not abolitionists in antebellum America. But anyway, I'm just throwing some things at you there to think about as you create your character. Also, I want to throw out to you that 2 weeks from today, your first paper will be due, and you can look in the syllabus to see the parameters of that. I think I will go ahead and open up week 3, because that's your only assignment in week 3, is to find an article and write your paper. So I'm going to probably open that up a little bit early so you can take a look at it and understand what to expect. Maybe start looking for your journal article now, since it's the first one. There's also a rubric for you to take a look at on the response papers, and it's found under the files tab also. So take a look at those things. Good luck this week. I really look forward to getting started on this journal project. I think we'll have a lot of fun, but at the same time, I think it's a really important lesson as we consider the issues at hand in antebellum America. So have a great week. As always, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to let me know.